Hey guys, step into my office for a minute. If you've ever thought, why am I paying so much and getting so little in return? You are in the right place. But this isn't just a rant where I go off the guardrails. This is about a broken system. Here at Who's CTV, we're spilling the tea in the way that you've never heard before because, after all, it's our tea party. And we're going to make it personal. We all know someone directly or indirectly that has been affected by a catastrophic health event. I'm talking so catastrophic that it turned their world upside down, in fact. And then it makes us wonder, that could have been us. And if it can happen to them, let me be honest, it can happen to any of us. Then comes the revelation of, wow, the system, yes, the healthcare system actually profits off of our pain. And it's no secret. It's a shame that we're just now tuning in for this part of the process, but it is what it is. But we can make a change. So by the end of this video, you will be able to spot the tactics that insurance companies use on a daily basis to keep us stuck in a cycle. And I'm talking about a cycle that is keeping our profits in their pockets and not ours. B, you will be able to understand why the system is broken and why it was actually designed to be that way. Broke. C, you will be able to walk away with real steps. I'm talking about real tangible steps to protect yourself and push back against a system that is not serving you. So, the first thing we're going to discuss in this conversation between us friends is the 3 P's. Okay, these 3 P's mean a lot. This is actually the reality of how the insurance companies think of you. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about customer service. Most people think that the person they're talking to on the phone has a choice, and 9 times out of 10, they do not have a choice on this system and how it works. But moving right along before I get into my heated rant, these 3 P's mean so much. And I want you to know this is how you're treated every time you talk to the insurance. First, you're a pawn. You're a pawn. You're a piece in this game of chess. Okay? You're the pawn. They're the chessboard, and they beat you every time. When I mean beat you every time, I'm talking about they move you around, they delay your approvals, they stall your claims, all while maximizing their profits. That's the game. Oh, speaking of profit, cha-ching. See that dollar sign? You're a profit. So every premium dollar you pay actually goes toward their bottom line. Did I ever tell you about Andrew Whitty? Mr. Whitty was the CEO of the United Healthcare Group as a collective. He made over $20 million in the year of 2022. That's not even counting the billions in profit that company made while there were families like us out here struggling, dealing with the rising premiums and the rising deductibles. Next P, they think of you as patient not. You're not a patient to them. You're not even a person. You're just a dollar sign on their spreadsheet. That's facts. Your health only matters if it doesn't hurt their bottom line. I need to ask you a question. When you see all that money deducted from each and every paycheck you receive from the time you started at your job to the time you retire from that job, and how it all went to health insurance, do you actually feel that you got what you paid for? Type yes in the comments. I got what I paid for. Type no if you don't feel like you're paying, or type no if you feel like you paid for no reason at all. Put it that way. Type that down. My next question is, how many of you, I know I do, how many of you suffered because you didn't bring home your full dollar amount? Say you make $2,500 a month. And instead of you bringing home that $2,500 a month, you were in fact bringing home what, 1,500? Some people I know said 700 or less because of these so-called good benefits that we heard about all our lives. Put in the comments if this hits home. Just type hit home. Hits home. Okay? If it hits home for you. What do you actually know about private insurance? That's a good question. What do you know about private insurance? Have you heard of private insurance? Did you realize that there was a difference between private insurance or government insurance? Or did you know? Before we start talking about these financial pain points that I have mapped out for you, let me ask you another question. What do you really know about private health insurance? Because this isn't the more you know challenge, but it's good to be in the know when it comes to the system. I want you to let me know if you know about private health insurance in the comments. Because it's important that we fully understand how private insurance works in order for us to make better decisions, especially now that it's open enrollment. And yes, I did receive my card in the mail. Most of us are paying for something that we just don't truly understand. And it's not by accident. The system actually thrives on us being confused individuals. Make that make sense. Let me break it down for you. Now, this is a little snippet of education because I think it's important for us to have education and continuous learning on things, because if we do not stay informed, we get taken advantage of. And this is what we have been for a very long time when it comes to health insurance. See, private insurance is healthcare coverage that is, that can be for profit or nonprofit. That's a red flag right there to me. And it's sold to individuals like you and me and our families and friends or different employers. Okay, so that's how they distribute this private insurance. Let's talk about how the premium works, okay? So premiums are the amount that you pay monthly, whether 600, 700, some may have 400, who knows. That's what you pay just to have the insurance. Think of it like you want to join Planet Fitness. There's a membership fee, and you're just paying to be a part of that system and to use their equipment. That's all insurance is. You're just paying to be a part of the crew, the clique, whatever. Let's talk about deductibles. Deductibles are the amount that you pay out of pocket before your insurance even kicks in. Mm-hmm. So if your deductible is $1,500, $5,000, $13,000, $15,000, you pay that first before they even initiate any care, any payment for care. Yes, the insurance companies usually don't until you pay that deductible. And then let's get into the real thick of it, the co-pays and the co-insurance. So after you met this outstanding financial obligation of the deductible, then you have a copay that could be $5, $10. It's a flat fee because you still need to pay your portion. And then don't get me started with the co-insurance. The co-insurance could be 10%, 20%, 30%. I've seen some up to 40% that you're paying after you've already paid the deductible, your premium. So you're paying the deductible, your premium, your deductible, your co-pays, your co-insurance. That leaves you with this little snippet to take home. It's very complex with tons of layers. And then they throw in that fine print to get you all discombobulated. Have you ever been shocked about receiving a bill from your doctor or the hospital for urgent treatment that you had to receive? And to your surprise, after you pay out thousands of dollars a year, it's not covered. It's not medically necessary, to be exact. It's just the facts. And I laugh when I get a little upset. So, anywho, my question to you is, how many of you have actually been hit with these unexpected, astronomical medical bills that you didn't even fully understand that your policy didn't cover it? Me, I'll raise both hands. Drop a dollar amount down in the comments to let me know if this has happened to you. You received the bill, you thought your insurance covered it, they said it was not medically necessary. Drop a dollar amount if it was so absorbent that you can't speak it into existence anymore. Because all of this, bottom line, has affected our wallets. It's affected our wallets as a whole. And there's tons of cash pain points about why we're actually paying more and getting less. So now that we know exactly what private insurance is and how it works, we have to discuss the cash pain point. I mean, what it all boils down to is cash. Because the health insurance, let me tell you, this is like the ultimate guide to a money grab. Because that's what it is for them. So let's break this down. You have a premium. It's completely skyrocketed at this point. Yes? Mm-hmm. Did you know that the average family, they pay approximately $22,000 plus a year for their premium? That is nearly half of the median household income in the US. Deductibles are now crushing. I'm talking about completely crushing, because the average deductible could be like $1,500 or up. And if it's a higher deductible plan, oh my goodness, I'm sorry for you. Because it's leaving your pocket on E. I'm talking thousands of dollars out of pocket before your insurance even pays a cent. Now, did I tell you in 2022 that the United Healthcare Group made $20 billion with the B in profit? And I remember kind of stating that Mr. Whitty, Andrew Whitty, who was the CEO of the United Healthcare Group, made $20 plus million. That's about 65,000 something an hour. That's more than most of us will ever make in a lifetime, including myself, more than likely. So let me ask you this. How much of your paycheck, I'm talking your paycheck that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, disappears, vanishes into the insurance atmosphere? Drop a percentage in the comments and make a note that this is a question you're answering. Because I know this affects us all. I know it does. It's a talking point at every reunion for families or every party that I go to. People say, hey, are you still keeping up with insurance? Can you help us? You've, in case I didn't mention, 23 years doing billing and coding, and I've seen all their tricks. But what could you do with that money if you weren't losing it? That's the biggest question. If you were not losing all your monies to healthcare costs, what would you do? Would you pay your rent? I hope you are able to still pay your rent. But the reality is, most people have to get a second job to cover that portion because of the health insurance. Would you invest in your dream home, a dream vacation? Let me know in the comments. Now it's important for us to talk about the system's playbook. They use a ruthless playbook. I can't believe they've been getting away with it for so long. This is their playbook. They must delay your care. Okay? They delay your care. Then they deny your claims. Sorry if my handwriting is messy in advance. Then they deny your claims. And then they defend their actions. They actually have the audacity to defend their actions and fighting and denying your claims. Because they're going to defend because they want to challenge you. They want to challenge you not to fight back. That's the challenge. It's a strategy that they have designed to frustrate you, exhaust you, and make you give up so that they keep their bottom line intact. See, I have a friend that was supposed to do a live stream with me in regards to this topic. Hey, friend, hey. Sorry that we couldn't do that. But she, more than anyone, could break this down for you of how the system treats you during one of the hardest times of your life. But I'm going to tell you about my husband really quick. One day he was driving home from work. He had a contract with a college here in our state. And he was on the turnpike driving home at 70 miles per hour. There was a tractor trailer in front of him with a whole gang of metal pipes. One of those metal pipes flew off, impaled the windshield, and he got hurt at 70 miles per hour. How much do you think we paid out of pocket? Because the insurance doesn't come through. And if they didn't come through for you, let me know again in the comments. Drop a dollar amount. Let's get this information out there, because the more we share and the more we learn and the more we know, they can't continue to have the power. So let's talk about some out of the box solutions. What can we do? What can you do? And what can we do? We can educate ourselves. We can educate ourselves. That's number one out of my top three. I have three things that we can do to fight back. You know, we always complain, or not even complain. Sometimes we state facts, but where's the solutions with that? So the first thing you're going to do is educate yourself and educate others. We're going to learn how the system works. We're going to read those policies, and we're going to continuously share what we know, because knowledge is power. Next, we're going to build local networks. I'm talking about join or create healthcare co-ops. We're going to do patient advocacy groups, and we're going to network within our community, because together we can demand better care from these health systems. Next, we can demand systemic change. We can support policies to cap drug prices, because that is on the list. Demand transparency from these healthcare providers and insurance companies, because it's time for us to hold all of them accountable. Pharma, doctor, insurance policies. What's one thing that you would change about the system, the healthcare system, in its entirety to make it better for you? Drop your ideas in the comments. Be sure to drop those comments, because I will definitely highlight and respond to everything, so that we're all on one accord. If your response is really good, I'll just do a whole video on it. But these are actionable steps that we could take. So let's talk about how this cash impact is long lasting. Because the good benefits that we heard about from grandma, grandpa, mommy, auntie, uncle, all of those guys, right? I wonder if they even knew what the heck they were talking about. I'm not going to hold you here because I wonder if they knew that they were being duped. I don't think they did because I don't think they would have told us. And grandma, if you're watching, I love you. This is no shade. But these premiums, copays, co-insurance, deductibles are draining our wallets and leaving many of us struggling to make ends meet on a weekly basis. We're waking up to the truth, gang. We're waking up to the truth. That's the reality of it. We're starting to see the system for exactly what it really is. And when I ask, whose tea is it really? This is ours as a collective. So now that we know the tea, let's let it brew into action. Let's make this system be responsible for working for us. It's time for us to fight back against these unfair practices that they use. It's time for us to demand systemic change because we all deserve it. I want to thank you for joining me here today on Who's TTV. We are not just spilling the tea, we are making sure our tea brews into action for a better today, tomorrow, and future. Now, if this conversation opened your eyes to the bigger picture, please like, share, and subscribe. And send this video to everyone you know because we all need to be on the same page, or as I always say, on one accord. Because together, you see me? Together, we are going to turn our frustrations with the healthcare system into power. Thanks for being a part of this tea party. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.